Hello. Hi.
We ran out of music.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody. Yeah. Hey, we filled the room. We filled the whole room. Because they started putting us in smaller rooms.
Yeah. It feels good, though.
Yeah. Well, actually, last year at PAX South, we had it was too big. It was a massive room. Yeah. And I think we had probably about this many people, but it was just like, it felt smaller because there was just like giant empty sections off to the side. Mm-hmm. Hey, welcome. We have some videos to show you. We will answer your questions, do other funny things.
Do you want to ask them the first question?
Sure, yeah.
Who knows who we are?
No,
other way around.
Who doesn't know who we are?
Doesn't
You're
know
lying.
who we are.
You are lying.
Hey!
All right, cool. I've prepared this 2.5-minute explanation of who we
what?
are.
Police say a man who was planning a robbery accidentally butt-dialed 911.
Oh, so what? He was betrayed by his own ass. It happens to everyone.
I need to get a hold of this guy and learn his technique. Siri has a hard time processing anything my ass says.
Frankly, I'm glad this man is in police custody because his magical enunciating asshole sounds dangerous.
I judge everyone in this situation hammered and dumb.
Meaning the lack of level cap serves only to support the usual Fallout post-game hobby of slowly and methodically depopulating the world.
Kudos to the creator of Journey of the Light, not only for outstanding originality and scamsmanship, but for the years of hardship he's had to endure because of his enormous brass balls.
Nobody's gonna watch this and say, is that former WWE Divas champion AJ Lee in a wasted cameo appearance? Shit, I'm gonna go buy Madden.
Ha! I've blended in with my environment so well you didn't even notice me coming. I imagine to you, it's as if I've appeared out of thin air.
What other sketch troops did you think were on this street? We don't talk to the neighbors. Yeah, because most of them are gray market medical weed dispensaries. Well, it keeps the rent cheap.
Do you have a minute to talk to me about Jesus Christ?
Sure.
Great. Who is he?
What do you want from me? They contain as much protein as a cow, or several smaller cows. Handy pocket-sized capsules, force them into your skin. The secret is in the carcinamash.
Which is a secret.
Shh. Has your house been ruined by a home improvement show? I told them I like cars, so they put hubcaps on my walls. Hubcaps on my walls. They said it was funky.
I reckon you best be getting off my land now, boy.
Well, historically, this is my land.
I suppose by all rights you were here first. There you go.
Get off my land?
Yep.
This place is so fucked up.
Oh yeah, swearing.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah, I did that. I caught it at the last second, but I did write PAX South 2015. But it's not the case. It's 2016. We're back again. Happy to be here. So welcome, everybody. So that's a brief look at some of the video craziness that we do. It wasn't that bad. It was. And before we do anything else, let's watch the Crapshot that should have gone up yesterday, but that we held so you could all watch it here. Wait.
What?
There it is.
Keck.
IKR.
Hey guys, I'm looking for something I haven't seen since the move. Yeah, it's the list of reasons why we keep you around. It was a very small list that could have gone anywhere. Well, I guess we'll just have to make a new one. You start.
Number 1.
This folder of photos.
Oh, and I suppose you've made copies?
Dropbox.
Right. As you were then.
All right, so this we didn't do this at South last year, did we?
No, we started at
Started
East.
at PAX East
We started at East
last
and
year.
never filmed the one we did at East, and then we did it again at Prime.
Yeah. So in that montage video there, the Dave spokesman talking about the carcinamash, which is a secret. We wrote that at a panel at Con Bravo actually, and we've had a lot of fun doing this. So let's all crap a shoot. We're all gonna write a crap shot here. The crap shots are for those who don't know, there's 30 seconds to a minute little micro sketches, and
They're like really long vines.
yeah. Ah, yes. There we go. Long vines. Hang on. Where's, I'm trying to share. There we go. Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, so James, we were talking about a seed idea at the beginning.
So, as many of you know, we have recently relocated moon bases. We are now residing in Moonbase Delta. And we thought, let's do a crap shot about the new moon base. And I don't actually know if it has shown up in a video yet.
Was
might
it visible in that crap shot?
It might have been. I'm not 100% sure. You'll have to check. Either way, no, it's not. So just above, in that last crop shot where Alex and Cam were sitting on the couch, just above them is the thermostat, and above that is an old toggle switch. It does absolutely nothing.
That we know of.
That we know of. So we thought it would be fun to write a crop shot about what it does in our minds. So because the four of us are here, the crap shot will actually just be about what each of us.
Nice. That's a good idea.
Yeah, what each of us thinks the switch does, not what it actually does.
Because like the bit we were talking about this beforehand, the bit of like, no one knows what the switch does.
So you just flick it a lot.
So what does it do? That's kind of that's a bit that's been done. So we thought go into our minds and see what we all think, and maybe it does something at the end. So we're okay. I'm in the moon base. So who is it? It's me, Graham, James, Alex, Cameron. Standing, looking at useless switch. That's not quite fitting on the screen. Hang on. Word wrap. There you go. Okay. Who talks first?
James.
James.
That's me.
He got there before you.
Yeah. What do I say though?
Audience.
What does the switch do?
This is the setup. Yeah. Hang on. What does that switch do? All right. Close up on Alex.
Zoom into his mind.
Fade into Alex's mind. It makes a spam bot appear. How do you
visualize a spam
Dave's
bot?
spokesperson comes to the door and is like, "Hi, would you like a product?"
It's like a spam bot. Someone said light switch rave. I heard that.
Ooh.
Kills the stream. Alex turns it off, cut to the stream.
Adam
off,
just goes,
like,
"No!"
An avalanche of plushies. That would like the scene in Trouble with Triples. Desert Bus turns on the Desert Bus autopilot. That's pretty good. What? Blows up Alderaan.
It's pretty good.
We could probably get away with using that footage, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just blur it a little bit, tilt it. YouTube will never know.
The problem is, if we don't... Yeah, that's true. The problem is, if I don't use, literally the footage from a Star Wars...
Nobody will know what it is.
It won't know it's Alderaan. If I just get, a planet exploding, it'll just look like he blew up Earth, which also could work.
Also funny.
Yeah?
Surely I can find planet exploding stock footage.
I would hope so.
I just don't want to get on Disney's bad side with all this YouTube crap going around recently.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Well, we could also have super low.
Huh?
We could do super low budget special effects.
Just like a tiny styrofoam Earth with a firecracker in it. It just. It's just It's like, what is this about the diorama we blew up? The science fair was 15 years ago.
So
I was at the science fair when I was 20.
This is kind of the problem with this process.
I think I just cut to stock footage of planet exploding. I think that seems pretty good. Alex flip switch, cut to stock footage of...
Do we want to go that high concept for the first beat?
Yeah, because then we just have to go higher every other time.
All right.
Yeah. Cut back to Alex.
Oh, that seems bad.
Pan over to James. All right. That's the first one I heard. What do we got? Close up on James. Fade into James's mind.
I'm inside of you.
Somebody makes James's sandwich.
Hands in a ham sandwich. Pull it up. Best
Just
switch
comes
ever.
out of the wall. Ooh. Like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, ham and provolone.
Should be just all you see is the hand, but they're wearing a particularly strange glove.
Yeah. Or like a claw. It's like, oh, that's the sandwich Murloc. What do you mean sandwich? He's punctual. Just tip.
It's just like a Cenobite arm.
Oh, never undertip the sandwich Murloc.
It's from the sandwich dimension.
When you say a Cenobite arm, how do you visualize that?
Leather and blood?
Leather and nails and...
You gotta move the mic close.
Barbed wire?
Yeah, chains.
We have the skeleton hands.
Ooh.
We could do skeleton hands wrapped in chains with a slap bracelet or something. Something really weird and incongruous.
Yeah?
And James just goes ooh, sandwich. All right.
James, that isn't ham.
No, you're right. It's deviled eggs.
Give me your hand.
I hate it when he plays this game.
Are we doing reactions of are we going to cut back to Alex and have him react to what he just
good idea. Yeah.
Either we cut back to me reacting, or you cut back to everybody else's reaction to me insinuating this.
Yeah, no, I like you reacting. You're just sort of ooh, right? You blow up the planet, and you're just
yeah. Plan B.
Ooh. Activate ham toggle.
Holding a ham sandwich or a sandwich. I don't want to.
Sandwich.
Well, the hand.
We haven't done that.
What? I am not eating a ham sandwich.
Someone said put ham in quote.
Already eaten
That gives us an out. We can make it whatever we want.
So I take the sandwich.
Can't,
I was thinking I take the sandwich in my mind.
I can't see the very first letter. Did I leave James? Did I leave the J on its own line? Good. Okay, we're good.
So what if in my mind I take the sandwich, and then I take it to my mouth, and it cuts back to me at this in the real life, and I'm like,
James, I kind of have a weirder idea, where you take a bite and you're like, this tastes funny, and you open it up, and there's two olives for eyes and a flap of ham going, I thought you loved me, James.
Yeah, I want to do that. Let's do that. Oh, wow.
James
It could be our first stop motion
sandwich. So then what happens? He opens the sandwich?
He opens the sandwich, and there's two olives for eyes, and maybe a little triangle of cheese for a nose, and the two flaps of ham are folded together to form a mouth that goes, I thought I loved you, James.
Or you love, okay.
I thought you loved me, James. Yeah, so it's got a little wound.
Take sandwich, hang
bleeding
on.
mustard.
Bites, sandwich. Does it say no, it shouldn't say anything. He should just be he bites it and goes, ugh. He notices something's off.
Yeah.
No, I think that gives it away too quickly.
Yeah, he's
the
just
sandwich starts screaming.
This tastes funny.
So we're going full on Eraserhead and
apparently.
Yeah.
Looks confused.
I like that.
Opens
This is going to be a lot longer than a minute.
It'll
go by quickly. Sandwich.
It spoke to me.
Has
olive eyes.
Right. Olives for eyes. Cheese nose is a thing, and
I believe cheese nose is spelled all one word, right?
Ham.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's better.
Okay. Mount. Sandwich. I thought you loved me. What?
Melee. I thought you loved Melee. I'm more of a brawl guy.
But James Fox's falling speed.
Yes. There you go.
So, where do we go from there?
It's me or Cam. Cameron, all right. And over to Cameron. Darker than the, yeah.
Rap?
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. We're calling no beach drop.
Yep.
we wanna let it lie fallow
Simmer.
for a while.
Yeah. Fade into his mind. Actually, I'm thinking now. I
Like, Cameron vanishes.
Yes. No, you disappear, and this ghostly voice says, "Finally."
Yeah. Twitch. Everyone, okay, I heard everyone in their underwear. I don't know how comfortable I feel about that one. The Oompa Loompas come out and sing a song.
Do we have those costumes?
We need a budget.
Teleports to an island.
I mean, we're already on an island.
Suddenly Batman. Are you saying Batman appears or that he is suddenly Batman? He is, okay. That's a good one. We don't have a costume for that.
Okay, here's a good idea.
Okay.
As well as helping write it, after the panel, everybody come up and give me $5 to help fund it.
Many of them
The
already
Loompa
do.
Fund.
Yeah, it's true.
Many of them already are supporting us in some way. Sorry, sings the final countdown? Unexplained countdown. Ooh.
But then does the mind wonder what that does, and it starts just incepting itself?
You know what's funny is, for those who watched Desert Bus, there was the random dance party button, and Kathleen and Andrew put that together, and Andrew put a bunch of like joke songs in the
There were
random
some
dance
good
party button.
ones.
And one of them was it was Wonderwall, prefaced by the clip of Cam from the video where we get hit with tennis balls, going, "Anyway, this is Wonderwall," and then into actual Wonderwall. That got a copyright strike on Andrew's SoundCloud for Wonderwall. The rest of the dance party apparently fine, but that one, anyway. Wait. What was the suggestion? Oh wait, no. So the countdown, I like that. Like you turn it on, and then there's like a klaxon and like 10, 9, 8, and Cam's like
7,
looking around like freaked
7, 2, 15, 39, pi, double pie,
out. Apple pie.
apple crumble, apple strudel, apple orchard. Now we're just playing word disassociation.
Cam just gets frustrated and leaves. Like, he's just like, that's good. I like that actually, because originally I thought that the countdown would just happen and like it would cut back to him before the countdown finishes, and he looks sort of like, but I want to know what happened. What? With his countdown with elevator music. That's good. So do you guys like the word disassociation idea?
Yeah.
All right.
Can I just say, that is my favorite game to play with my girlfriend. I
Yeah.
do it all the time. And I think the way to win is to, like, tie it back to Justin Bieber. Like, that's the sort of, like, Uno. I don't know why it's that, but...
Voice begins a countdown. So it's 10,
9.
I can't see on this monitor here. Hang on, I gotta just move this
Goodbye.
because I can't see the left side of the. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, 7. Wait, what did you say? No, yeah, I like the 7. 7,
2,
7,
7, 2.
And then pi,
Pie.
pi,
Double pie.
double pi, apple pie, apple, strudel, streusel.
Peach cobbler. Oh, we missed a trick there. Apple crustimals.
Baked Alaska.
Weather station.
What?
Harp.
Weather station. Harp.
Harp.
Sarah Palin. No. When it cuts back, he's just like, well, now I'm hungry.
Or just cut back to you holding me back from the switch as I'm like,
I just wanted to finish.
Okay. Please stand by. All right. We could keep going with that literally all day.
Hoses. John Madden. Ayu. I mean, it's going to take all our willpower to not have the fourth beat of this joke just be, and his name is John Cena. If we could actually get John Cena to show up, that would be it.
Does
like,
anyone
we'd be
personally
done.
know John Cena?
Anybody?
Like, neighbor or something? Or I don't believe you.
John Madden.
Do you?
John Madden.
Oh, a John Cena. He's like a chartered accountant or something? Or... All right. Okay, community theater, sure. Starts playing the Crapshot again.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I
That's
think
not
we've
bad.
done that
Actually,
cyclic one.
You know what I kind of like? I was just thinking about like how to end it, right? Because then it cuts back and we're all like, well, should we do it? And I kind of like when we flip it in the real world, like one of these, like I think like the hand with the thing, like the hand with the
Is
sandwich
the
comes
actual
in,
thing? Yeah.
and you're just like, dang it! Or you're really happy about it.
Yeah, I think I'm happy about it.
Man, it's a shame that we don't have a beach drop. Because,
No.
like, just go with me on this.
It's a garnish. We can't overdo it.
It's not quite the same thing. What
Okay,
I'm thinking.
I'm listening.
It gets to the fourth beat, and then it cuts back to everybody, and we're like, and we look, and the switch isn't there anymore. And then that comes out to Beach thinking about what if there was a switch. What would everybody think it did?
That's not a beach drop. I kind of like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's what would have happened if I'd invented the switch on the wall.
It's like if I installed a switch.
Say what? He would have to narrate all the other voices? That would give it away, though,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
yeah, I think it would.
Okay, well,
He'd
okay.
just be sitting there thinking to himself and be like, hey, what if? And everybody's like, nobody listens to you, Beach.
What? Right. What happens when I flip the switch? Hang on. There was nothing. There was the lights going on and off at random. Lights out in the ladies' restroom.
There's only one restroom.
Sorry, what? The sandwich hand comes back and turns it back the other way.
Wow.
I like that. Huh? Just fade out. Just the Crapshot just ends. Yeah. I flip the switch and then hold up a sandwich and the hand comes in and takes the sandwich.
If we wanted to be really cruel, you flip the switch and we have an image of a buffer.
Just flip it. just buffers for like 6
And then-
seconds, and then it cuts
No,
back to me
and then,
reacting.
and then
going,
like 10 frames of Event Horizon end.
No, it's like then we don't get the final beat. I kind of I flip it, and it does the YouTube buffering, and then it cuts back to me going like, you know,
You're like,
the
no.
buffering is like the worst.
It's
All
like,
right,
that's
no,
where it comes from. The demon hand turns on the buffer. Just Twitch HQ, their server racks right next to them are all these switches with demon hands just going like, and you get a buffer, and you get a buffer, and you get a disconnect.
We might have to smooth that for how long we think we can feasibly get away with. Just long enough to make it annoying without people actually like refreshing the page.
Well, I mean, the comments would be how many times people refresh before they watch it the whole way through.
Yeah. Okay, got back to me reacting. Then. Yeah. Your video keeps freezing at 57 seconds.
Is this a known issue? Yes,
okay,
it is.
so then cut wide to all 4. And then, so one of us should be like, yeah, like, I think probably Cam, I guess. Like, Cam should be like, I think we should flip it. And Tim's like, no. And then, how do we cut? I love the idea of cutting back.
I mean, it could be anybody. It could be Kathleen thinking about this.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, flip the switch, then cut to.
Somebody else comes in and flips the switch.
Yeah.
I think it's too expected if the switch just does something mundane. I kind of like how did you word it? It goes back. This is what writing basically every Crapshot is like, by the way, is everyone like throwing stuff around. What did you say?
I said, it cuts back to your reaction.
Yeah.
We're like, discuss what to do about it. And then we all look. The switch isn't there at all. It was never there. And then we go back one step to somebody thinking about, what if there was a switch? What would all these pinheads think about it?
Hang on. I think I can art that out of the wall.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you just lock the camera. And just
yeah. Yeah. Well, just getting the gradient to look right. All right, hang on. Shot of.
Use the potato chops.
Now missing switch. There definitely was a switch there.
Or even weirder,
we all
it
saw
pulls
it.
out, we're all seated around like a game table. And it's like, this is a really weird module. It's just like, Jared, is there a switch or not? Hang on. Shuffles notes.
And then.
Or it's.
I think Cam should definitely scream, "Are you gaslighting me?"
Someone brought up a good point. Wouldn't this be easier to just film this against a blank wall, put a fake light switch on it, and then take it off when we need to do the shot of it gone? And it would. But we have this switch that doesn't do anything.
And
it
we
looks
have
pretty
this,
cool.
this
It's
software.
like it's a metal plate with like it's like you'd have like 4 of them in a row for like activating a missile or something. Like it doesn't look like a normal light switch. We'll figure it out. I'll figure out the specific VFX.
May I briefly
involved.
interject with one other really, really stupid high concept idea?
Please.
So it goes down the list.
Okay.
There's a 5th character. it's the light switch. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Just somebody cosplaying a giant light switch.
What?
It's just like, I ain't seen him.
No, we're not doing that.
If we're gonna get an involved costume for this, I'm gonna go back to the Batman idea.
Yeah.
We can get more use out of that. Yeah. Oh, there's so many different ways this could go. Because so if we do the wibblies, right? Like the right? If we do like the wibbles for going in and out of people's minds, right?
It's the official name for it, isn't it?
Yeah. The wibblies. Then we go from this wibble back to beach going, so that's what would happen if I flip the switch, or what? Or no, not if I installed a switch? Well, why does the switch disappear then?
We've written ourselves into a corner.
I don't think it works for it to disappear. Yeah, hang on.
All right.
Revisions.
This is also part of the process. You'll write a whole bunch of pure gold and throw it straight in the toilet.
Yup. Okay, hang on. Cameron flips the switch. The ham. That's a good one too. Hang on. The ham hand comes in.
Oh, Graham.
Then fade to beach. So Cam flips the switch in real life. The ham hand comes in. Cam's disappointed that it's not
what he thought.
His desserts, I guess.
Yeah.
Then fade to beach, who then is like, I don't think I will flip this, right? I shouldn't flip the switch.
Or he's like, nah, I'm totally gonna flips it, rolls opening credits to feed dump.
That's, yeah.
Wow.
And us just sitting on the stage like, is it Tuesday?
Wow. It actually does the whole feed dump titles, and then it just cuts to me and going, what the hell just happened?
It's like
cuts
sitting
off,
there,
it cuts
hat,
me off,
good night.
Cuts me off mid-sentence where I'm like, what in the hell? And just
honking. I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, sure.
We did it.
Hang on. All right. I'm gonna flip it. Maybe he'll have that dialogue. Maybe he won't.
I'm gonna flip it. Don't flip it. I'm gonna flip it. Don't flip it.
Switch.
I'm not gonna flip it. Flip it.
Feed dump opening titles. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it should be one of us, actually, so that we look even more confused.
Yeah.
The exact moment when Crapshots actually becomes frog fractions.
How many?
Should I hold the hat holding the sandwich?
Yes!
All right.
Yeah, we might as well get, this is going to be like a $5 sandwich. Let's get some use out of it.
Yeah. We'll have to make sure to shoot these bits before you eat it.
Yes.
I hope we get my favorite comment again, which is, I have questions.
Wow, that's a long one.
Did we I think we actually just wrote the next comment, or hustle, not the
Oh,
next
wow.
Crapshot. That's awkward. I mean, we need to write that anyways, so
Yeah.
I guess this is fine. Yeah, exactly. Throw in a B plot with Beej and Ian doing something, and we're good to go.
All right.
All right.
We do have, by the way, so it's 5.
What time did we start?
20. Yeah, when did we start? Because we know that it was late. We are getting the full hour.
So
we have until, sorry? 5:47. Oh, great. Okay,
Awesome.
so we got plenty of time. So we have plenty of time to answer your questions. We also have the new episode of Feed Dump to show you as well. Yeah. Which, by the way,
Called it.
typically uploads on Wednesdays. I think we're going to move those to Fridays. It's not. It just doesn't affect you in a major way, I hope. But from a production standpoint, it makes it easier for us to schedule.
Really hoping somebody was just going to get up and walk out.
A couple people already have.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Russ, no.
Bye, Russ. Yeah. Okay, then we have about 20 minutes for
Dude,
questions.
he's really leaving.
So we have a microphone there in the middle. So if you guys want to head
line
up
up
there,
with that mic, and we'll get through as many questions of yours as we can.
Yep. Hi.
Hi, my name's David.
Hey, David.
I loved your Heroes Path Friday night.
Oh, thank you.
Are you guys ever going to do anything like that again for any upcoming sets, or
That's totally
up
on
to Wizards?
That's totally up to Wizards. I wouldn't expect it because that was like a specific sort of their whole marketing behind Theros was the hero's journey thing, and they wanted to do that. They wanted to have a narrative thing for that.
We could wildly speculate on what they might try to do as tie-ins.
Return to Theros, do a
Wouldn't
second
it,
Heroes
like,
Path.
the next set is Shadows over Innistrad.
Yeah.
It's like a real grave digging experience now with us.
Yeah.
Dig up value.
Dig up Liliana and Snapcasters. Yeah.
So no, as far as we know.
Okay,
So.
thank you.
You don't have to leave. No, not you. The people leaving.
The mass exodus. I assume something much cooler is about to happen.
Oh, it's fine.
Cool. Hey.
Do any of you have any scissors? Because I believe James is supposed to cut my hair.
What?
Wait, what?
Sick. I
Wait,
don't.
do you know
but
about this?
I don't have my horse mask.
I couldn't
so
bring
what's
them-
the point?
What?
No, I don't. Well, I don't remember exactly. It was some desert bus related thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't. What was the exact story behind it again?
If X amount of money was raised.
Yeah, that's
first,
right.
Lord Hosk was going to cut my hair. Then you were going to cut my hair. Then the kids were going to cut my hair.
Right.
So we're back to James.
This was around Tally's shift, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I do not have scissors.
We'll have to sort something out for later.
Is there a carpet knife in the audience?
I was gonna check my bag for
A steel
like a knife,
ruler.
and then I was like, "This was my carry-on. I obviously don't have a knife in it."
We'll try to figure something out.
Fire is nature's knife.
I do have a lighter. So.
That's
not entirely wrong.
It's not totally right either. Oh, hey.
What?
Oh,
That guy has a pair of scissors.
Hey!
Bring them on up.
Do not throw them.
While you're on your way up, what's the next question?
I'm from Florida.
Hi.
Florida man. A pleasure to meet you.
How's that working out for you?
Hey, yeah, you guys beat up on us all the time.
Yeah.
On Feed Dump.
Yeah.
A lot of it deserved.
So okay, this is something someone told me, and I don't know if you know any how much truth there is to this, but that apparently the whole idea that Florida is totally nuts in terms of weird news has more to do with laws surrounding information that can be released on like legal proceedings than it does that people in Florida are just that much weirder than the rest of the country. Does anyone know any truth to that? I heard this once.
That's because I told you.
I don't
told
know
me,
anything about that.
They can only share the weird cases.
Sorry, what? They can just get any information out of the police. So they're just like, all right.
That explains.
They're just like, okay, what's the craziest thing that happened to you this week? And then they just report it as news from Florida.
Just like, all right, we're gonna run a story on a naked dude who stole a lot of butter.
All right. What?
Okay,
What's the actual question?
He had a lot
That
of muffins
was
to make.
kind of my part one. Do you have any questions for me? And part two.
Got there.
Have any of you ever actually been to Florida?
No.
No. I think we'd like to.
Closest I've been is North Carolina.
Yeah. The
So,
best
not-
and worst place on earth.
It sounds like quite an experience.
You're selling it. Thanks.
I'll catch you later for more questions.
For sure.
Sure. Hi.
Hello.
Oh,
sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I love Corpline.
Thank you.
And
Oh yeah, that wasn't on the list of things. Thanks so much. If you aren't listening to or watching the video of Corpline, please check that out. It's a series on our YouTube channel or our podcasts. It's a fake comedy radio show thing.
It's scriptivized.
It's yes. Ooh, scriptivized.
Scriptivized. That's good.
It's good. I like that. In that we don't write anything in advance of recording it.
Except for Beach.
Yeah, it's a really fun show. You should check it out. We're really proud of it.
Anyway,
but yes.
This question is for Alex.
Hi.
As I understand it, Alex in Corpline became alderman of Thurston County.
Correct.
How?
Spoilers.
We, God, what episode?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
No.
There's an episode.
You will find out.
There's an episode coming out because they're every 2 weeks, so there should be one coming out Monday-ish, and the following episode deals with that.
Yeah, you will find out. You will probably like it. It will be stupid.
Thank you.
Yo.
Hello. I'm a big fan of Unskippable.
Thanks.
And I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yes.
What happened with that?
We left The Escapist.
Okay, is it going to come back in some format?
We'd like to. So we can't. Actually, I don't know what the limitation is. For a while anyway, we couldn't do a significantly similar show because The Escapist, it was my idea, but The Escapist owns Unskippable, the brand. And we'd like to do some sort of spiritual successor to it, but we haven't gotten around to developing that yet because we're trying out some other things.
Throw it in the mystery box.
In the meantime, the closest is that Paul and I do a stream nearly every week called GPLP, the Graham and Paul Let's Play, and it's sort of like extended, unedited, unskippable, that's not written. So it's much more sort of improv. We just finished playing Murdered Soul Suspect. Game's got some problems. You might enjoy the replays. If you don't watch any of our streams because of like time zone concerns or you just don't have the time, all the replays for our streams go up on YouTube/LoadingReadyLive, which is a separate channel where we store all of the archived replays from our Twitch TV streams. So that would be a holdover I would recommend until something like Unskippable comes back.
Cool, thank you.
No problem. Do you want to do this? Are you doing this for real?
What are we actually doing?
Huh?
How much of my hair how much hair am I cutting off here?
Now?
All of it.
She doesn't know. That's bad. You didn't put stipulations on that. Was your first mistake.
Because I'll just cut it all off, right?
How sharp are these scissors?
Not very.
I do a lock and call it quits.
We'll figure it out. We'll do it at the end.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Do I go now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Few quick magic-related questions.
Yo.
First one. Friday nights. About how accurate is that to your real-life obsession with the game?
Probably pretty accurate.
Certain aspects are very exaggerated, and certain aspects are true. So it's tough to.
We play more Magic in Friday nights than I think we do in real life.
That's because everyone in Friday nights plays Magic.
Yeah, but we talk about Magic about as much as we talk about Magic
We
in
are
Friday nights, I think.
continually discussing the game of Magic.
Yeah, we talk about Magic a lot more than we play Magic. And I think that's sort of the big difference between Friday nights. I think in Friday nights we play Magic a lot more.
Yeah, for example, I exclusively play Canadian Highlander. I don't do any sort of limited stuff. I don't play 2HG. I don't go to pre-releases. I spend most of my time just deck building and not going to our LGS very often. That's not true. I go there all the time.
Yeah, don't you go there every week for Highlander?
Sometimes.
Most weeks?
When I can make it out, there's a Highlander tournament on Mondays and Thursdays. And
Sweet.
Thursday Lander is a little lower.
If you're not familiar, by the way, if you play Magic and are not familiar with the format of Canadian Highlander, there's an episode of Constructed Resources with Marshall Sutcliffe and Ephro that you want to listen to where they talk about it and explain what it is and why it's such a cool
There's
format.
also CanadianHighlander.wordpress.com, I think.
Yeah.
What was your second question?
That one was a lot longer than I expected. Are you open to facing anyone here, such as me, in a Magic game later?
So people are always asking us to play at PAX, and the problem being is like we're really busy at PAXs. We're not as busy at this one. I forgot to bring my Commander deck, so Commander's off the table.
You're covered.
Shouldn't be too surprised. I'm not opposed to the idea. It's just finding time to do it is the challenging part. So maybe swing by our booth and we can figure out if there's a time that works.
Commander's tricky because
By the way,
Commander takes forever.
Yeah.
I don't play Commander. So.
If you haven't swung by our table yet, it's in Bandland, which is in the main hall between tabletop and the expo floor. There's like the PAX merch light booth there, and there's a what's the Insomniac in the middle, and then we're opposite that, and it's like us and Katie and Chris and Paul and Storm and Front and all them.
Yeah.
Anyway, come by and say hi and buy our things. We're all going to go back down there after this panel, by the way. So you can come and hang out if you want.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey guys. Out of curiosity, I got in my best victories with your decks. What should I play next?
In what format?
I'm gonna say modern.
Oh, modern.
What did we play in modern?
Modern.
I don't play modern.
I hear
Splinter
Splinter
Twin. No,
Twin.
wait.
Yeah, there you go.
There's something wrong with that deck right now.
Too soon. Black-white tokens.
Ooh.
Okay, sure. I'll play that.
Yeah,
all right.
is good.
No, value gifts.
I don't know any of these things.
Black-white value tokens. I don't
Oh,
know what that is.
no. You're making stuff up.
Yeah, I know.
1 second. I'll let you know how that goes in East.
Excellent.
I'm sorry.
So, quick comment. The matching jackets, I like them. They make you look a little bit like a cult, though.
Yeah, that's what we were going for.
We have to get the.
Available for $60. If you want to join our cult, you can buy these for $60 downstairs. Yeah.
What was your favorite Twitch moment that you were not a part of?
Are your favorite which, sorry?
Twitch.
Twitch moment that
Of your stream.
Oh, of our...
Yes.
Oh, so our Loading Ready, like a favorite moment from one of our streams, but that we weren't a part of.
Yes.
Ooh. My favorite moment I was a part of.
Not a part of.
Not a part
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying my favorite moment I was a part of.
Oh.
I can't not say Prayer Warriors.
And I can't.
were a part of
and
it.
I can't not
I
say
know.
scaring you and Beej.
One of these days
Oh,
you're gonna
yeah.
get
Wait,
killed.
that's mine. Because I had no part in that, and that was great.
Dilly bar.
Oh, Dilly
Dilly
Bar.
bar.
Dilly Bar is.
Oh, now I can't use that one.
You can. So if you don't know what Dilly Bar was, it was Adam was streaming on a Saturday, and we had bought a Dilly Bar for a Commodore Hustle.
Is everyone familiar with what a dilly bar is?
From Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. It's a popsicle stick with a big thing of soft serve ice cream
covered in chocolate,
in like a hockey puck sort of size, and then covered in chocolate.
And we had bought it for Commodore Hustle for the garage sale, I think one.
Yeah, the one where
and
it's
it got,
melting.
Yeah, and it got super melty, and Alex just ran into the streaming office while Adam was playing and just yelled "Dilly Bar" and just jammed it in his face.
He took it like a champ.
Repeatedly yelled dilly.
Yeah.
Dilly bar, dilly bar, dilly bar.
And Adam's just like, what?
It was
the
such a
hell?
mess. He is a really good sport as far as pranks are concerned.
Oh yeah, that was
Yep.
Oh, that was classic.
First, me and my spoopy little friend here.
Yep.
Yeah.
To say, first off, congratulations to Graham and Kathleen,
Thank you.
obviously.
Yeah, we generated life. That was exciting.
So the question I had was this was probably more pertinent back when you did sketches regularly, but a lot of the time that means you guys have to, go out in public and do some weird shit in public.
Yeah.
How often do you guys have to stop and explain to people who are giving you the weirdest looks, like, we're doing sketch comedy, don't worry, we're doing something.
It happened less as we moved along in the years because we got better equipment. If you're doing sketch comedy, I couldn't recommend a boom pole more than anything.
It gives you such credibility.
Yeah, it's really good for audio, but yeah, it has much greater value in people going, oh, they probably know what they're
clearly
doing.
know what they're doing, so we'll just leave them alone.
Film crew.
The boom pole is kind of like the baguette and carrot greens.
That means groceries?
Yeah, that means groceries, where a boom pole just means cinema.
Yeah.
Kathleen
the
had
international symbol of recording something. For
Kathleen had
video.
the best sort of like, here's an explanation and get lost, which is like when people ask us, or just like, it's an art film. Or, or a student film, they're like, oh, that's why she's wearing a banana costume. It's supposed to be silly.
There was a video we did years ago that was like part sketch, part music video for a song by the Arrogant Worms called Canada Man. And it was done, we did it sort of like comic book style. So it was all done with stills with like filters and stuff, meaning that we weren't using our normal big camera and there was no dialogue. So I just had this little teeny point and click camera, and I'm wearing like a Canadian flag cape and red underwear on top of white tights and a toque, a beanie, a knitted cap, if you will. We would call it a toque. And Paul is wearing white long johns with like a voyageur hat. I don't know what kind of hat you'd call it. Anyway, we looked ridiculous, and we just had a little point-and-click camera, so it wasn't immediately apparent that we were doing a thing. And then we got tons of weird looks because it wasn't clear, like, oh, they're probably doing some sort of film thing. People were like, what is this? So yeah, it helps to have the legitimacy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, 2 questions. First, it's been a couple of years since you've finished doing sketches. Have you thought of bringing them back, maybe monthly or something like that?
The intention was to not necessarily stop completely at the time. Like when when we decided that we were going to end the sketches, we're like, it doesn't mean we have to stop doing sketches. It just means we don't need to be beholden to the schedule anymore.
To one every week without fail for 11 years. Yeah.
I mean,
And what we discovered is that we still do a lot of stuff. And I don't actually know where we found the time to do one of those every week.
Yeah, well, we sort of went from being ludicrously overworked to worked.
Yeah,
And
which is kind of nice.
What I've found is that like all the small gag ideas have found their way into Crapshots, and the sort of longer form stuff has found its way into Commodore Hustle.
We do have some like there are a couple ideas we have. Some we even have written for sort of the more traditional like 5-minute sketch.
We never did the ice cream shop.
No.
we
have some ideas.
Scripts sitting
and
in the
there's
folder still. Yeah.
one especially that we definitely should do soon.
Yes.
So I wouldn't schedule it. Like I'd never be like, we're gonna do them monthly again. Because the whole challenge was that everyone is different. Single one needs different costumes and different setup, and so yeah, I would never want to make any promises, but yeah, we're gonna do something at some point. There will be a sketch again someday.
All right, and the second one is, with the once a month Commodore Hustle, have you thought of doing another season-long storyline like the original season?
It's actually it's not once a month. It's 6 over the course of the year. To be clear, yeah. I mean, we were sort of kind of doing one over the course of the last year. Those 6 episodes all had this arc of like,
how are we making money?
It's like, oops, we stopped doing sketches. How do we make money now? Because in the Commodore Hustle universe, that's all they did. I guess apparently it's
sketches about poop.
Yeah, it's a little unclear as to how those characters actually
survived.
But you mean a more intently structured one, like the very first 11 episodes?
Yeah.
We've talked about it.
They probably wouldn't be that long again. I could see us trying to do something like that with like the 6 episodes for this year, trying to tighten up the story a little bit and make it a little bit more cohesive throughout the 6 episodes. But there's no way that I don't think there's any way we're going to be returning to the 15 to 20 minute length episodes, at least not this year. That would require a whole other level of time commitment that we just don't have right now. So I could certainly see us trying to do something like that in the future. But it would definitely require a little bit more forethought on our part.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Hello. Oh, wait. Beep, beep, beep. There we go. Hi.
Hi. So I don't really have a question. I just really want to hear Graham say "fuck summer" again.
How did I do at the end of that video?
Which video was this?
From Spring. Because he loves spring so much and he hates summer. Here, give me the lead-in.
What was the lead-in?
It's like, yeah, and then summer's coming up.
Okay.
Spring is the best thing ever, man. It's all about spring.
Yeah, and then summer's coming up.
Man, fuck summer.
All right, there you go.
Man, come on.
And I assure you, those scissors are sharp enough to cut his hair.
All right, her hair.
Yeah, I'm not cutting my hair.
Hi.
Hi. So this is actually kind of a question for Alex and Graham. So how do you develop your art style? By which I kind of mean, should I develop my art style?
You're talking like illustration-wise?
Yes.
Well, the thing that I'm so glad I get to do this again. The thing that I've discovered is that it's way more important to get stuff done at first than for it to be good. The sort of like finding a style and like making it really, doing exactly what you want it to, can come later. If you're just starting out, Shia LaBeouf is a certifiable space alien, but he's very right about one thing, which is do it. Except there should be a pencil here, and you just make a large volume of work. I've been told that once you get that sort of volume coming out at a rate that you are happy with, to study technique and other artists you like, with the caveat that you make sure that you make it explicit that it's a study. Like if you post it online, be like, this is a Mobius study, not like, I drew this, and not mention whose style you're completely aping. But just like, whoever you like, just do a thing where it's like, I'm gonna draw in their style and learn things, and maybe incorporate some portion of that into mine. A lot of this is stuff that I'm figuring out right now, so it's all very exciting. But the really important thing is do lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of work, all the time, never stop.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. All right.
And then last question.
Has to be a one-word question, a one-answer question.
Season 11.
Oh, the
DVDs.
The DVD? Yeah. So it's so close. We were. I really, really, really wanted to have the season 11 DVD out before the end of the year. We got all the commentaries done. All the content is there. Just gotta build the menu systems and then get them done. And I had a baby, and God. Real busy. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? No, of course not. He's got 3 kids. So yeah, it's coming very, very soon, and we will be doing. We're going to do the season 11 DVD first, obviously, so that because we have to fulfill the Kickstarter, and then we'll be catching up on some other DVDs as well, and also offering Blu-rays. And if you backed the Kickstarter at a level where you would be getting a DVD, we'll give you the option of having a Blu-ray instead, if you want that. So, yeah. One person's very happy about it. Cool. All right. Are you going to do something with this or what?
Yeah, we'll just hit play and we'll cut your hair.
Wait, what?
What, during feed dump?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here's feed dump.
This is weird.
Welcome to Feed Dump, where this week we are reactions to a blizzard by people who've apparently never interacted with snow before. I am driving like an idiot. Joining me this week is the Sisyphean shoveling of a front walk.
I suppose digging yourself out with a garden shovel is better than trying to use your leaf blower.
And stocking up on eggs, milk, and bread.
Because when my family and I are in an emergency situation, nothing keeps us safer than a big stack of French toast.
Well, now I'm hungry. Authorities in Compton have confiscated a pot from a shop that sells spiritual items because it was found to contain a human skull. They have also confiscated 8 other pots that might also contain skulls.
Or might not. You said Compton and pot, and yet the story didn't go in the direction I thought it would.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Headshot.
Why haven't they figured out if the other 8 pots had heads in them or not? Because I can think there's a pretty easy way to figure this out. Oh, well, there's a head in this pot. There are 8 more pots. Stands to reason.
Or maybe there were originally 16 pots, and since the officers were familiar with the Schrodinger's cat thought experiment, they only took every other one since it's a stochastic process.
That implies the other 8 pots contain live heads.
Well, obviously that wouldn't be a problem. The only illegality has to do with deceased heads in a pot.
The sheriff's captain says there is no evidence of homicide and it appears that the skulls were purchased legally and used for religious ceremonies.
So if it's perfectly legal to traffic in human remains for religious purposes, what gives you the right to confiscate them in the first place?
If we look at the big picture, I've now discovered a new legal way to get rid of a human body.
Some of a body.
Whatever's left of that body.
In one of the most British sentences I've said in a while, Principal Kate Chisholm of Skern Park Academy in Darlington wants to impose a new dress code at the school, but not on the children, on the children's parents, because she's sick of them wearing pajamas and slippers when they drop their kids off in the morning.
While dropping their kids off? Who the hell gets out of their car?
Stop. Shit, my parents barely slowed down. I had to tuck and roll out of the bed of the pickup.
You'd think that parents who could afford to send their kids to a place called Skern Park Academy wouldn't be sashaying up to the school gates wearing pants that said juicy on the ass.
Contents of pants may have already been juiced.
Oh, I'd be careful. The last time I complained about what my dad wore in front of my friends, he came out wearing nothing but a newspaper.
To be perfectly fair, Skern Park Academy does sound like the setting of a Roald Dahl novel with a headmistress named after a brand of frying pan.
The principal said the tipping point for her was parents showing up to school meetings in what she would consider nightwear.
Look, I get it, right? It's first thing in the morning and you just want to get your child to school and you don't want to have to deal with pulling on real pants or bathing or brushing your teeth. But to roll up to a PTA meeting like you're there to write your Sociology 100 exam, get yourself together.
Whereas if you're showing up to a band boosters meeting looking like you're ready to perform in cabaret, I'm all for it.
Hunters in Wisconsin may no longer be limited to bright orange for their high visibility wear and may be able to choose blaze pink if the governor signs into law a bill designed to attract more women to the sport.
I'm not entirely convinced that the gender imbalance in sport hunting is the result of high-vis colors.
No, you see, a bright pink outfit will make women much more receptive to killing woodland creatures.
Now, to be fair, I've known several women who have enjoyed hunting and shooting, and blowing away woodland creatures was actually the attraction. It was the toxic masculinity that was the problem.
Well, good. We now have these bright pink outfits to help make them easily identifiable.
If this goes ahead, Wisconsin would be the only state to allow blaze pink, but Arkansas does permit fluorescent chartreuse.
Ah, chartreuse, formerly named for a liqueur brewed by French monks, now better known as the color of Mountain Dew.
I'm excited with the range of possibilities of all these new colors. I mean, now I could get a ghillie suit festooned in electric brown.
I guess we have found a way to attract women and beej to hunting.
I know what I would wear if I went hunting, because there may be better sources for news, but they don't have this hat, which is perfect for hunting. Am I right? Huh? Ladies, right? Yeah, beach.
Oh, yeah, all about that hat.
Ah.
I know where I'd aim.
I felt something in my back, heard your phone buzz. Is that what happened?
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I conflated the two, thinking that my back had farted.
Precious beans! Thank you all for... Wait, what happened over here? Hey, nice.
Hey! We should make that into a paintbrush.
That's never happened to us before. This is the first time for everything. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming.
I am profoundly uncomfortable with the idea of trafficking human hair.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. We're going to go back
But
down to our
thank you.
table in Bandland if you want to join us. Thank you. Bye.